Yo, what's poppin' everybody? Cerebral Form. I've got an expanded TCG match for you guys using my Inferno Fandango Killaz Rayboar deck, the one that I showed you, update 1. And let's see if we're gonna do good or do bad. It's always a very high risk and expanded. With all the crazy decks that run rampant, Zorok GX, Archies, Blastoise, you never know, like Trevenant I guess might still be a thing. Rayquaza GX actually, that deck is crazy good. Then you don't really have a chance with a deck like this, but I try. I want to use decks that I really like to win and just use the stuff that I have experience using too. So I guess that's the reason. Alright, so we get a good opening start here. I've got both Jirachi and Tapu Lele. What are the odds? And we open up with Jirachi, so I'll be able to start using Stellar Wish as soon as possible. I've got Lele here to give me a supporter instantly. I've got Professor's Letter, we can use that, grab energies too. I've got the Candy in hand. That might be good if we manage to like search a heavy ball with Jirachi or something. Even have my Tepic, don't have to worry about searching that. So really good. Couldn't really ask for a better start, I guess. I can't think, but my opponent's kind of going to ruin it a bit. He's using N right from the beginning. So that's not that great, but we get 2 free cards. I had a bunch of Pokemon to play on the bench turn 1, during setup I should say. So we were able to get like 2 free cards here. So good, I get the Heat Factory, that's another good thing to get. So now if we reveal a letter with Jirachi, I can use that to draw cards. I get the Tapu Lele back in the hand, so no real loss there. So things are looking good for me right from the beginning. My opponent is running a Blastoise, Mega Blastoise deck here. Wow, something that I've never really experienced too much. I think maybe I've played against a couple of people that used it way back in the day, but that didn't really, it's a deck that really didn't do much. Like in the beginning, you had to skip a turn to get that guy out, so that wasn't good. And, by the time they decided to release the Spirit Link, then he was already irrelevant, as well as most of the Mega Pokemon too. And his damage output isn't really the greatest either. It basically does 180 damage total if you factor in the spread on the bench, but that's not really anything groundbreaking, 180 for 3 these days. It's just not that great of a Pokemon. But let's see if my opponent manages to do something. My deck isn't the greatest in the expanded format either, so you never know. This might be like a fair match, a decent match. So I'm gonna use my Tapu Lele and get the Volkner here because we seem to have Emboar in hand, so all I gotta do is just search a Candy, and this way I can get a Lightning Energy easily too. Make good use of Volkner right now, since I do require to get an item here. Better use this guy as opposed to Scala. Get the Lightning Energy as well, that's gonna be good. And so far so good. I have a really big hand here. We're gonna use Heat Factory to draw even more cards. And I honestly have everything I need by my first turn. Like, maybe we have a bunch of cards that, like the energy retrievals, that we can't use quite yet. Maybe they would have been better if there were like a letter or something. But actually, if I just use Heat Factory one more turn, I can just draw more cards and make my energy retrieval live. So things are perfect. Unless my opponent does something like N, another N, or Mershadow, God forbid, then I should be pretty good. I'll be able to get my Emboar out turn 1, basically, or turn 2, I guess, in this case, and start mass attaching energies. So he used the Max Elixir, got a bunch of energies on the Blastoise there. It seems he's attached one on Manaphy, and uses Via Seeker, gets the N back. Kind of annoying, but a smart play, of course. You would do this if you were in his situation. If you know your opponent, if you see your opponent has such a big hand, searches the stuff he needs. And he did the right thing. Now, I lost my amazing hand there, which sucks balls. Now we do get the Emboar back, and we got the Pignat, so I guess we can slowly get into Emboar if we want to. But I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just start attacking immediately. And then use his energy switch so that Blastoise is already ready to go. Doing 120, and he got heads in the coin flip. You do 30 to yourself if you get tails. So yeah, this Pokemon is old, is not that good. It doesn't really hold up as, let's say, Rayquaza from Dragon's Exalted, which is a much older card too. But it is what it is. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is, since Jirachi is dead, we can't use that anymore. So gonna use the energy retrieval here, kind of burn it, kind of not get the plus, only get 1 energy. And use it, draw 3 cards. Maybe if I get lucky, I'll see a candy or something. But we don't, so I guess I'm just going to manually evolve into the Pignite there. Attach a lightning energy on the other Rayquaza and have another kind of passive turn. I mean, I guess we can use Lysander, get that Manaphy back there. So let's just do it, I guess, since I can't use another supporter. I don't want to use the Juniper when I have the Emboars in hand, 2 of them. So this way I force my opponent to attach like a water energy on Manaphy, I guess. Maybe he won't see one, who knows. You never know. So just make use of Lysander since I can't do anything else. And my opponent plays down the Hoopa EX. So I guess he can use that to get the Blastoise, make a Blastoise EX, get more of his Blastoise EXs, other EX Pokemon. Let's see what he does. You gotta remember another sort of bad power creep thing for the Mega Pokemon is that you need a Spirit Link to avoid losing your turn, and that really sucks. It just goes to show you, like, the Pokemon Company, they always design for the newer cards to be, for the most part, better. Like the Mega Pokemon, even though some of them can still hold up in a way, it's not like Stage 1 GX Pokemon where you just basically evolve the regular way. You've got usually more options. You got their GX attack, you have maybe an additional attack, and you have pretty much almost the same stats as the Mega EX Pokemon. You know, like Blastoise has what, 220 HP? You know, a Pokemon like, let's say, fuck, I don't know, Toxapex GX, it's got 210, but you don't have to attach like a tool to not skip your turn. You've got a bunch of more options for attack, so you guys see that GX Pokemon are for the most part superior than Mega Pokemon. That's just how it is. Anyways, my opponent got a bunch of Blastoises and Blastoise, Mega Blastoise, but he doesn't have the Spirit Link, I think, and I don't know why he searched him since he's going to use N anyway. I guess maybe he doesn't have any more EX Pokemon than these. That's interesting. So he goes with another N. So now I lose the Emboar too. So I think we're probably going to have to just go with Junipers from now on, or maybe I can use Cynthia too. But yeah, I gotta get me my Emboar out soon so we can start putting pressure. Otherwise, my opponent is quickly putting the damage on. Okay, we top deck the Nest Ball. I guess I'll grab another Tepig for my backup. Always gotta do this. I actually probably should have been running more ways to get basic Pokemon in this deck, like maybe an additional Nest Ball or something. But, you know, space. Oh well. Okay, so Heat Factory grants me the Heavy Ball here. And we're going to use it, finally get the Emboar out. So at least that guy is out, and we get our ability now. So what are we going to do next? I need energies now so I can retreat Lele and start getting knockouts with Rayquaza. It'd be good if I can knock out this dude before he Mega Evolves so that we don't have to worry about discarding an extra energy. Once this guy goes out of the window, he doesn't really have a lot of energies down. Okay, so we're going to use Chorus there, draw a lot of cards, and I think I should have enough to move Lele out of the way, promote my Rayquaza, and get a knockout on the Blastoise. So pretty good. Let's use the Trainer's Mail as well. What do I get? I can get Scala via Seeker. Let's get the Scala. Save the via Seekers for later. With Scala, I can just instantly grab like another energy retrieval or whatever. We've got the Superior as well. So I do have options. As long as my opponent doesn't use any more Ns or via Seekers, it should be my show from now on. So let's attach the 3 fire energies on Rayquaza too. Nice, nice, nice. Retreat, Tapu Lele. I discarded a few fire energies so far, but against a deck like this, I think I'm good. We're going to use 3 to knock out Blastoise. I've got my energy retrievals that I haven't really used so far too. We've got Fisherman, we've got Via Seekers, so that's why I'm kind of confident using a couple of Heat Factories and still have enough energies throughout the game. That's why I run Super Rod too, because in emergencies that is like an energy recovery card as well. Okay, so the first knockout, and we get the Mystery Treasure and Super Rod. Speak of the devil. I'm not going to need that just yet, if at all. And my opponent is now on the ropes. He needs to do something, get his Mega Blastoise out so he can just apply more pressure, I guess. And hopefully, with 2 attacks, get a knockout on the Lele too. I mean, he can still turn this game around and win. He just needs to start getting the Mega Blastoise, get a bunch of energies, and start applying real pressure. I mean, if he does that, then he could essentially win in like, I guess maybe 2 turns, 2 or 3 turns. If I have enough energies, I can essentially win in 2 turns now. I've got the Rayquaza, I've got my energy cards there, and my opponent goes with an other N. Favors that guy a lot here, but it's working out in his favor. Unfortunately for him, I basically saw exactly the cards that I would want to see off of N, energy retrieving cards. So we've got 2 energy retrievals and the superior, and he just goes with another Hydro Splash, or whatever that attack is called. Just doing 120, not what you want to do. You don't want to leave that Rayquaza alive there. It's just a recipe for me to outpace you. So energy retrievals, I'm going to use those now. Get my energies. We've got quite a few, huh? Hopefully this game should be over pretty soon. I'm only going to need to knock out 1 more EX Pokemon, and I'm going to win. We're going to attach 3 more, and I don't need many more energies to win. So it should be pretty simple, unless my opponent does something really crazy. But, I mean, against this deck, I kind of doubt it. So let's attach the other one to... I actually used Heat Factory and discard and draw more cards. Maybe that wasn't the greatest move, but I guess I do have the superior energy. So we're going with Cynthia too, I guess, to draw more shit. One thing my opponent could do is just target down the Emboar and buy him some time. Maybe that's what I was thinking. I was foreseeing that, and I was trying to, okay, let me just try and get another Emboar out. You always want to have 2 for backup. So get the knockout on the Blastoise. My opponent has no energy in play now, so things are pretty dangerous. And we've got the superior back in hand anyway too from the Cynthia, so it worked out okay, I guess, even me using Cynthia. So it's basically my opponent's last turn here. He needs to do something major, either get rid of Emboar or somehow just not leaving me with much of a hand. I guess another N could be handy for him right now, only having 2 cards in hand. But he used so many, and even used a bunch of Via Seekers, so I wonder if he has any more, if he can do like any more of those. So he attaches a water energy here and uses Jet Geyser. I guess he wants to get one of my dudes stuck, but it doesn't really matter because we've got the other Rayquaza EX down. I'm just going to promote that. I'm confident he can't knock Rayquaza EX out, and even if he does, all I need is just to have 1 Rayquaza down here. It doesn't matter if he knocks out one or the other. As long as I have 1 in energies, I can win. So his Volcanion play is irrelevant. So he finally gets the Spirit Link, uses Trainer's Mail here. I guess he really needs to get out the Mega Blastoise. He gets Ultra Ball with Mail. So probably Mega Blastoise is finally going to come out towards the end, but it happened. So here's the big guy here, and passes the turn. And that's basically game with the superior energy retrieval. I have enough resources to win. Let's evolve into the other Emboar too for the challenge. I do the challenges too to get more tokens, get more cards, since we can't have all the cards like Puka used to do. You used to have. Yeah, it'd be good if I had some support from Pokemon Company or something. Oh well, I guess they'll never do that since I swear so much at my videos and shit. Oh well. Good stuff. I like to run things the way that I do anyway. It would just be good if I had access to more cards so I can build the decks that I really want to. For example, I really wanted to try out Gengar and Mimikyu as soon as the cards came out, but I didn't manage to get Gengar. I managed to get Snorlax and Venusaur, but not Gengar. Okay, so attach 4 energies and go with the Dragon Burst. Mega Blastoise is gonna get knocked out, and a sweet victory for us. Not really much of a great challenge against Blastoise, it was, I suppose, but he did pretty good. I do have a bunch of injured dudes. With a little bit of different setup, my opponent could have been in a very pressuring position to beat me. So good game either way against Mega Blastoise. Maybe something you don't see every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like. Share this with your friends. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. What's up?